We detected unusual option activity on Charles Schwab stock, ticker symbol SCHW. This unusual trade was worth $500,000 and was done on the last trading day, October 8th. And what's also very unusual about this trade is that Charles Schwab reports earnings next week, October 15th. And so in this video, we will analyze this unusual option activity to find out how this wealthy investor is trading Charles Schwab for earnings. Are they bullish and buying or bearish and selling? So that we can also make the same financial decision, because as we all know, the rich have more access to information, including leaked insider information such as earnings reports, to make better financial decisions. No wonder the rich get richer. So without further ado, let's dive into the data as usual. As we can see here on the options time and sales tape, October 8th at 10:42 a.m. at the 37-second mark, these December 20 options at the 70 strike calls were being traded, 3,100 contracts for a price of $185. And so we can calculate the total trade cost by multiplying the 185 times 100, since each option represents 100 shares of stock. And so we multiply the $185 per call option with the number of contracts, 3,100, to get a total trade that costs $573,000. Now keep in mind, this trade is high risk because of earnings coming up next week. And so this trade could be a complete loss. But as long as we diversify with higher quality stock picks based on this type of data analysis, when there is no earnings events that are higher risk, then we can become more profitable in the long term. So if you want more stocks wealthy investors are trading for your portfolio diversification, when it is lower risk, not like earnings events here, then go to our website. We'll put a link at the top here where you can gain access to better trade ideas with stronger data analysis than this Schwab trade here. Now, one important thing to make sure of when we follow these types of trades is whether or not these are closing trades or opening trades. Because if this wealthy investor is closing out of their trade, then we do not want to follow the trade. We only want to follow trades that are new opening trades. And so we need to look at the historical data here for the October 8th trading day when these options were done. We can see that for these December 20 options at the 70 strike calls, there was an open interest of 4,584 contracts, which means that if there were new trades, then it should have increased the next day, which is today, October 9th. And so let's take a look at that data now for these December 20 options to confirm whether or not this is a opening or closing trade. And we can see here at the 70 strike calls, we do in fact have an added open interest of 7,568. Those 3,100 contracts added to the 4,000 contracts on October 8th. And so we can confirm this wealthy investor did in fact open these trades. And so that is why we followed the trade here. POS stands for position, green means buy, where we also bought these 70 strike calls for the 185 that this wealthy investor was also paying. And so when we analyze this trade, you can see on the risk profile where the x-axis represents the share price of Charles Schwab stock trading right here, and on the y-axis representing the profit loss, note the zero break-even line. So anything below that line is a negative loss. And so you can see if the stock goes down, it is a negative loss. And if it goes up, it is a positive gain, because this is a long bullish trade. And we can confirm it with the Greeks here. We have a positive delta trade. But keep in mind the theta risk here of negative 2.5. And we also have a vega risk of a positive 10 per trade. This is a risk because after earnings, the volatility will go down. And so this trade is not conducive to an earnings trade for next week. So be aware of the risk of trading these options. It has to rally considerably for them to be profitable. If you are interested in the lower risk, higher probability of profit trades, then make sure to go to our website where we share better trade ideas that are not for earnings. Let us know in the comments below, what do you think will happen to Charles Schwab stock after earnings? Will it go down again like last time for earnings? Or will it finally go back up? As usual, please smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't. Take care and have a wonderful day.